A very good morning to all the participants. Uh, National Stock Exchange welcomes you on another exciting webinar on the cross currencies, the next frontier. So the today's topic is very much related to the current financial industry, and as we said, we are very much focused on the products which are very much used in the financial industry and for the futuristic products. So this time we come up with a very exciting webinar on cross currencies and how it can change the next uh, asset class and how you can use the cross currencies and the currency market in your daily tradings or in your daily hedging part. So today we have Mr. Ankit Sisodia. Ankit is a manager at National Stock of Exchange, and Ankit is having a more than 10 years of experience in the field of currency and in debt. These two portion, guys, I must say the currency and debt are very cream product for any financial industry because these two products are mostly unknown to all the participants. And Ankit is actually heading the currency and debt portion at National Stock of Exchange. Ankit is very much closely associated with the all the HNIs and the top institutes like Adani's, eClerx, Kotak, and all those things. So these are the important clients of Ankit. So he manage all these people. So Ankit, can you hear me?
Yes, Nishant bhai, I can hear you.
Okay. So the today topic will be on the currencies and cross currencies, and Ankit will explain you in brief, like he'll start from the basics, how the cross currencies can be seen on the NSE side, how the currency portion different from the cross currencies, how uh, events impact the cross currencies or the currencies market. So guys, please, for any Q&A related, I request you can throw all your queries on the chat box. Fine, and I request each participants to mute yourself and close the videos. Without further delay, I would like to invite Mr. Ankit to please take the session from here. Ankit, I'm just making you a co-host, and post that you can share your PPT and the NSE website. Just 1 second, Ankit.
Sure.
Okay.
So Nishant bhai, what should be the medium? Should I talk in Hindi or English?
Ankit, it would be both. You can use Hindi as well as English, but try to focus more on English part because most of the participants are from South or from the other states of the India. So try to be more on English, but you can use Hindi. Hindi भी आप आराम से कर सकते हैं, Ankit, please.
Okay, great.
तो आप you are a host now. आप अपना presentation यहाँ से take up कर सकते हैं. Thank you so much, participants. Ankit, all over to you.
So am I visible, Nishant bhai?
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, Ankit, the screen is perfectly visible.
Okay, thank you so much for the kind words, Nishant bhai. And before starting, let me give you a small introduction. So I'm associate with NSE from 2013, and previous to that, I was in treasury management. So currency has been a product for me which I have been associated from almost 7 to 8 years now, and I have seen that currency market, especially on the exchange side, growing. So lot of movement has started in the exchange side also. Previously, currency was more of a bank or what we call as OTC platform. Currency was not available for trading for retail customers. So in last 10 years, if you consider, currency has grown tremendously, and currency as a product, I think in future it is going to at one point of time overtake equities in terms of trading, because globally that is what the trend is. Globally, debt is traded the most, and then currency, and then commodities, and then equities. So India right now, because It is still a developing market, so we might see some time. And after that, we will see that lot of trading activities, lot of hedging activities should really take up, and the currency market should actually, increase at least 10 times from what it is right now. So going forward, currencies on the exchange started in 2008, and NSE was the first exchange to start currency trading. We started with futures of USD INR, and then eventually we grew the product basket. So today we will see that there are multiple currencies available in the product basket of NSE, and special focus will be given on cross currencies, because as you know, foreign currency versus Indian currency pairs, or what we call FCY INR pairs, we have already talked about in length in many sessions. So today, as Nishant Bhai has suggested, the topic should concentrate mostly on cross currencies. So let me start with my presentation. So currency pairs, if you see, the cross currency pairs or the market on NSE really comprises of these many products. So in the currency basket, we have foreign currency and Indian currency pairs. So dollar against the rupee, euro against the rupee, British pound, and Japanese yen. Now, what is the logic of going forward with these pairs? Because globally, if you see, most of the trade in the global market happens in dollar, which comprises of almost 88%. If you divide it by 2, because currency pairs are traded, it still makes up for almost 50% of the market share. So dollar is the dominating currency in the world. Most of the trades, not only in the exchange, but even export, import, even investments happening in other countries, even trades happening in other countries are denominated in dollar. That is why dollar is also known as a vehicle currency. So most important, dollar. Then euro, around 20-25% of the market share in currency trading is in euro. Then British pound. British pound was basically much higher before euro came in, but now it is still at the third rank. And then Japanese yen, because Japanese yen is. Can anyone please mute themselves? Yes. There is a lot of disturbance coming in.
Ankit, you can also mute the participants. I think Ankit, you can also.
So I have muted myself. I have, muted everyone now.
Yes, Ankit, go ahead.
Okay. So currency pairs, this is the rationale behind why we have these 4 currency pairs available, and these are against Indian rupees. So these were some of the earlier product that we launched on the exchange platform. And looking at the success story, because today we are doing almost $4 to $5 billion, US billion dollars worth of currency trading on the exchange platform. So $4 to $5 billion worth of currency trading happening on the exchange platform per day is a huge volume. This is almost around 10% of what actually happens on the OTC platform or the banking platform. So the open interest is extremely high. The trading volumes are extremely high, and therefore we have seen that these currency pairs that we started in early market doing well, and the volumes are quite good. The open interest is also increasing. So previously in US INR, USD INR, you could see only open interest in the current month, but now we have open interest almost till 12 months or 1 year. still good amount of open interest is available. You can find liquidity easily in the market if you want to trade even for a longer term. So these were the pairs that we started with, but now we have come across the market demand that cross currency pairs should also be there. So previously, if you look at the market of cross currency, the market of trading cross currencies was not very well organized in India. Lot of brokers were there, which were online brokers, which were not, regulated by Reserve Bank of India or SEBI. You could see a lot of options such as forex trading. If you go to a website to find a report of anything, any financial website, there in the corner you could see ads telling you can trade in forex. But a lot of complaints were there, but these platforms were not very reliable. Some of people's money were also lost. So there was a lot of demand that, internationally, rupee is not that well traded. Rupee is still, in terms of trading, it is still the 20th most traded currency pair. It has less than 1% market share in the global volume. But foreign currency pairs like Euro USD, GBP USD, and JPY USD, these were the pairs that were traded exponentially in the global market. So if you see, these three pairs make up for almost 60 to 70% of the volume of the global trade happening. So there was extreme need of launching this product on the exchange platform, which was NSE's platform, because it is reliable. The clearing and settlement is guaranteed by the stock exchange, and because you could make arbitrage, you could, take advantages of the events happening internationally. So if there is a policy change in the Federal Reserve's policy in the US, Euro USD pair would be able to reflect it much better than any other asset class available in India. So investors sitting in India or traders sitting in India could actually make a correct assumption and trade on the events happening in the global market, and without any risk of default, without any risk of your trades not happening, without any default risk from the broker side. So there was huge demand, and that's why these cross currency pairs are launched. So this is the product basket. You have both currency, foreign currency, and INR pairs. Now in this pairs, you have both futures and options available. So you have futures and options available in not only foreign currency INR pairs, but cross currency pairs as well. So all the pairs that you are seeing on the screen, which are these 7 pairs, you have both futures and options available. Futures contract are accessible for 1 year. So all these contracts, if you are going for futures contract, if you want to trade, the maximum maturity in futures contract is for 1 year or 12 months. So today, if it is May, till next April 2022, you can take a bet or you can take a trade in these currency pairs. Options are also available in all these pairs. So options for 3 months and subsequent quarters are available for these pairs. But in the first 4 pairs, you have weekly options available. So futures and options available in all the pairs, but weekly options are available in FCY INR pairs only. Foreign currency, Indian rupee dominated pairs, you have weekly options available also. So on NSE, you have complete product basket. As a trader, if you want to hedge for week, you can go for FCY INR pairs, foreign currency INR pairs. Weekly options and futures are available. And in cross currency, we have both futures and options available with us. So the product basket is huge. The product baskets are all that the market requires, and the liquidity is also good. In cross currency, we are trying to increase the liquidity, which is not as great as compared to the INR based pairs, but subsequently we have seen that the trading volume is increasing, and we will in some point of time reach a good trading volume even in the cross currency pairs as well. Okay. So this is how the quote is available in the market. You have USD INR, Euro INR, GBP INR, JPY INR, Euro USD, GBP USD, and USD JPY. The USD JPY is traded in multiples of 100. The value of JPY is comparatively low. So you have general trading happening in JPY, or it is denominated in 100 JPY terms. Bid ask is obviously, you might be aware, this is the bid ask. So on the exchange, the bid ask is comparatively low, whereas on the OTC platform, the bid ask is comparatively high. So the first currency is called the base currency, and the second currency is known as the quote currency. These are some of the basics that I wanted to get clear about. This is how the pair looks like, and this is how the bid and the ask price are denominated on the exchange front. Now, what is the contract size? Now, contract size is something which is very important if you compare it with other asset class. Now, if you see, the contract size in USD INR is $1,000. Now, if you multiply it by the current spot rate, the value of one lot comes to 75,000 approximately. Now, this is compared to a lot in equity which is worth in lakhs. So the lot size on the equity, on the currency front, is comparatively smaller. Because it is comparatively smaller, the margin requirement decreases drastically. And because this is a safer asset class compared to equity, the volatility in the currency market is comparatively range bound. The margins are also comparatively lower. So if you look at other asset class, the margins in equity are almost, though I'm not someone who is associated, but I think it is comparatively 15 to 20% on an average, if I compare stocks and index as well. So on equity front, the margins are extremely high. You require, even to trade one lot, you require margins which is in lakhs of rupees, or sometimes even higher side of 1,000 rupees as well. But on the equity, but on the currency front, because the lot is small, it is only 1,000 units of a currency. The price of one lot is smaller. When the price of one lot is smaller, obviously you will have lower margins. And because the volatility is also range bound, the margin prescribed by SEBI are in range of 2 to 3% only. So if you want to trade in one lot, the margins are somewhere around 2,000, 3,000 rupees per lot, which are quite low. Even if a small or a trader, which is comparatively a new trader, even when he wants to start, he can easily start with a very small amount. Now, because of the low trading, or because of the
I think somebody has unmuted.
What, sir?
I think somebody has unmuted. किसी ने unmute कर दिया अपना आपको. आप देख सकते हैं कौन है? आप सबको वापस म्यूट कर दीजिए ना प्लीज. I think, yeah, now it's fine. Yes, sir. Move.
It is okay now, Nishan bhai?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Okay. So because the lot size is small and the margin requirements are small, so if you have a small capital that you want to start trading with, you can easily do that in currency. Even in cross currencies, the margin requirements are quite small. So 2 to 3% is the average. I'm giving a ballpark figure, but 2 to 3% is the margin requirement overall in currency market. So the margins are low. That means even if you have a small capital that you want to invest in the starting, you can do that, and you can, get a hold of the market, how the market is, what is the volatility, what are the strategies that I can use in the market to trade. And technical analysis, if someone is known, technical analysis, something that so it works tremendously well in the currency market, because this is an asset class which is highly liquid. So you have majority of the trading happening in cross currencies and in the FCY INR pairs. So volumes are very concentrated. Manipulation chances are extremely low, because this is dual regulated market. Every trader, every hedger is invested in the same asset class, in the same pair. So manipulation chances are extremely low. So technical works extremely well. And because of the low margin, you can start with a very small capital and learn how to trade in the market. Now, because the volatility is low, because the margins are low, the exchange has also kept the trading or the transaction charge extremely low on the currency or cross currency pairs. So if you compare to equity, the average transaction cost there for 1 crore worth of transaction is around 4,000. But on the exchange, the cross currency pairs, you can the transaction cost per crore is less than 100 rupees. So the transaction cost, the statutory cost is extremely low, extremely easy to get into the market, low margins, low cost of transaction. Therefore, extremely good option for you to trade on the platform.
Hello, Ankit.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing I need to add here that Ankit already spoke, that guys, the margin needed in currency is, as Ankit said, that it's between 2000 to 2500. Whereas in NSE or in Nifty, if you want to do the future or anything, the margin is around 1,50,000. So basically, if we just compare the currency and the Nifty, just alone lot of Nifty, we can actually do 30 to 35 lots of currencies, right, Ankit?
Yes, sir.
And just if I give you the better explanation, just 0.10 movement, 0.10 movement in currency is equivalent to 50 rupees movement in Nifty. So if you see 50 points movement in Nifty is equivalent to 0.10 paisa movement in currencies. So guys, this is very important point, because 50 points Nifty, you can see it's very volatile. So 50 points, it moves either ways. But currencies are highly more predictable than Nifties and all those things. So 0.10 movement also gives you the same profit that 50 points movement in Nifty gives, because in the same money or same lot size, we can do 30 to 35 lots of USD INR or other currency pairs. Fine? Yes, Ankit.
Okay. Yes, rightly said. So because of the trading, in currency is effectively much cheaper than equity. So your cost or your break-even cost is actually achieved even if you are making 2 tick favorable on your side. Whereas on the Nifty, if you make almost 50 ticks, it takes you to cover the cost. Whereas on the exchange currency derivative side, in 2 ticks you can cover the trading cost, which is comparatively much lower on the currency part. So obviously much cheaper, much easier to achieve break-even cost, and obviously much more safer, because generally currency, if you don't see it moving in extreme directions, it generally follows a similar trajectory and much more predictable compared to any other asset class. Now, if you compare the movement in currency, this is the tick size that happens on the exchange platform. So all the USD INR pair or the INR based pairs, they have a quarter paisa movement. So 1/4 of a paisa is the minimum tick size happening on the FCY INR pairs. Whereas on the cross currency pairs, because the values of these pairs are comparatively higher than USD INR or INR based pairs, here the trading happens in pips. So 0.001 Euro USD, the minimum movement will be in pips, which is 4th place to the decimal. So in Euro USD, this will be the minimum tick size. So if the Euro USD is trading at 1.2100, the next movement, if it appreciate, it will go to 1.2101. If it depreciate, it goes to 1.2099. So this is how the movement in Euro USD and GBP USD will take place. In JPY, because it is traded in multiples of 100, so 2 zeros will be taken away, and here it will go to 104.50. If it increases, 51. If it decreases, 49. So this is the movement size of the pair. This is the contract availability. So 1 year, I have already told you. So 12-month contract, and 11 weekly contracts in Euro INR, GBP INR, and JPY INR. So in these currency, we have weekly contracts available also. But in cross currency, we have monthly futures and options available. Now, both the pairs or both the currency types have options available. So this is how the option cycle will look like. There will be 12 in the money and 12 out of money strikes. So total 25 strikes will be available on the market. You can look at these strikes and take your position. The interval between strike prices in normal currency is 0.25, which is 25 paisa. And in GBP and Euro, it is 0.005, and in Yen, it is 0.5. So this is the minimum intervals between the cross currency pairs in option cycle. So if you see, there is an example given here. What are the minimum intervals will look like? What are the strike prices that will be available in the market? Now, this is where the interesting thing happens. All the month-end contracts, all the monthly contracts will expire 2 days prior to the last working day, whereas the weekly contract will expire on the last trading day of the week. So if it is a Friday, Friday 12:30. If Friday is off, then it is on Thursday. So last working day or the last trading day of the week, the weekly contracts will expire at 12:30. The monthly contract will expire 2 days prior to the last working day. Now, if you see, the trading time of foreign currency INR pair is 9 to 5, because it has to coincide with the banking hours. Because in India, the banking hours of currency in nationalized banks or private banks are 9 to 5. So our market of foreign currency INR pair is also from morning 9 to 5. It has to coincide because both the markets have to trade side by side. But if you look at the foreign currency, if you look at the cross currency, then the cross currency pairs trade for extra 2.5 hours. So morning 9 a.m. the cross currency pairs will start to trade, and you can trade them up to 7:30 p.m. So obviously, if you compare with equity markets will end at 3:30. Still, your cross currency and foreign currency INR based pairs will also be available for trading. So you have much wider market availability, and the timings are also much more than the equity market. And because the market in Europe and in America opens as soon as the Indian market starts to close down, you see that a lot of movement happens after 3:34, because this is the time when the European market starts to open, and European market or the London market is considered to be the major hub for currency trading. So because these markets open after the Indian market is actually closed, you see that currency pairs time is a little extended compared to other asset class, so that you can take the advantage of all the international happenings that are going on in the market, may it be in Eurozone or in US also. Now, settlement is something which is very interesting. How do you settle the cross currency pairs? In INR, weighted average of last hour, half an hour is the daily settlement price. So weighted average price of last half an hour is daily settlement price. In absence of last hour, theoretical price is considered. So if you are settling on day-to-day basis, last half an hour trading price is said to be the daily settlement price. Final settlement price is FBIL rate. So FBIL is basically Financial Benchmark India Limited. It is set up by RBI and FIMDA. So this is an association, or this is an organization which tells or publishes all the financial benchmark rates. So you must have heard that before this, the rupee USD INR settlement used to happen on the RBI reference rate. Now this responsibility has been taken from RBI to FBIL. Now FBIL publishes the final settlement or FBIL rate of all the currencies, all major currencies against Indian rupee at 12:30, and NSE accepts this rate as the final settlement price of any contract available on the exchange for trading. So FBIL rate published, it comes at 12:30 every day. So 12:30, which rate comes at FBIL, will be the final settlement price for all the contracts. So USD INR, Euro INR, GBP INR, Yen INR, these are the 4 rates which are published by Financial Benchmark India Limited. Now, in case of INR based pairs, these will be directly used because these are directly available. But in cross currency, you don't have a direct quote available. The FBIL does not publish cross currency rates. So what do we do? In order to get the Euro USD, GBP USD and USD JPY rates, we divide the rate available with us of Euro INR to USD INR. So the final settlement or final settlement for USD, Euro USD is arrived by dividing FBIL rate of Euro USD to FBIL rate of USD INR. So this gives you the cross rate, which is 1.1818. So this is how you come up with the final settlement price of these contracts in cross currency by dividing the FBIL rate published every day at 12:30 of GBP INR by USD INR. So you will come up with GBP USD final settlement price, and in Yen INR the same mechanism will be applied. So because we don't have direct FBIL rates for cross currency, we divide the rates available with us of INR based pairs and come up with cross currency rates. Okay.
Ankit.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to ask one question in this slide. So Ankit, suppose if we did trade in Euro USD and we suppose bought one lot of Euro USD at 1.18. Okay. Now suppose, hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello. Yes. So if I hold this position for the next day. So
yes.
Okay. So the market closes at 5 o'clock. So what rate do we consider to calculate the USD INR so we get the profit loss?
So you are telling that in next day, what rate is applicable for daily settlement? Daily settlement price, if you see, I have mentioned that a daily settlement price, last half an hour weighted average price is considered. And this half an hour weighted price, because cross currencies, if you see, they are marketed or they are traded in because it is Euro USD, so it is traded in Euro USD, but the settlement is happening in Indian rupees. So Indian rupees, because the settlement is happening, the value that you make the profit. See, this is an example. So I will tell you how the M2M is calculated. So M2M, let's say on 1st March or let's say 1st May, you took a position of 10 Euro USD and you are taking that to expiry. So M2M will be, your profit will be in dollars, because this is the Euro USD pair is denominated in dollars because Euro is the base currency, and dollar is the term currency. So whatever profit you are making in Euro USD it is denominated in dollars. So let's take this example. On 1st March, you took position or you bought at 1.2010. So this is your price that at you which you bought, and it is a buy position in Euro USD. Now, because this is a pair which is denominated in USD, because USD is the term currency, your profit and loss are in USD. So your profit on the first day, let's say at the EOD, that is end of the day, the price goes to 1.2040. Sorry, 50. So you have made a profit of 40 paisa. Okay? Because the price increased from 10 to 50, which is 40 pips. So you have made a profit of 40 pips on the first day. Now this 40 pips is actually 40 US dollars. This is denominated in dollars. Now this profit will be multiplied by FBIL rate for that day. So this 40 pips multiplied by the USD INR rate for that day, that is 73.29, will give you your profit of 2,931 rupees. So please keep in mind that daily settlement price will be multiplied by the daily FBIL USD INR rate to calculate the margin. Why? Because the trade is happening in dollar denominated currency, but the settlement is happening in Indian rupees. So you have to multiply that dollar profit into USD INR rate to come up with profit or loss or MTM in INR. So every day this will happen. Next day, whatever profit or loss you made, it will be multiplied by that day's FBIL or USD INR FBIL rate. So next day, if you see, there is a slight change in FBIL rate and the rate is actually slightly higher. So the profit will be slightly higher because yesterday 73.29, next day 73.35. So you have made loss here, but slightly better USD INR rate is there. So there are two factors involved. One, the profit that you made in Euro USD pairs in dollar, and that will be multiplied by the INR USD INR rate. So there might be some cases that you make profit on the Euro USD front, but because of the movement in USD INR rates, the profit may be less, but this is for very low amount, or the profit may increase, but the effect is extremely low. It is a very small amount if you compare. So please keep in mind that all Euro USD trades or all cross currency pairs trade in NSE are denominated in dollars. So dollars, you will earn the profit on the exchange platform in dollars, but because the settlement is happening in Indian rupee, that dollar profit will be multiplied by that day's USD INR rate, and that rate will be used to calculate your margins, your profit, everything else. And because the USD INR rate is also moving, it is not fixed, there might be some slippages. Sometimes it may be a gain, sometimes it may be slight loss because of the movement of the USD INR rate. So this is how the trading and settlement happens. Am I clear, Nishant bhai, on this?
Yes, sir. Yes, one thing I need to add, Ankit, I think you have already explained. So the important thing that Ankit had already explained, that guys, the reference rate, the rate which multiplied the profit by the USD INR, it actually comes at 12:30. Now please understand, suppose we bought it at 1.2010 and if we exit at 1.2050 at around 5 o'clock, because market usually closes at 5 o'clock and we book around 4:30, then please understand most of the people get confused, because that time if the USD INR rate might be different, but actually the USD INR rate which calculates the profit will be of 12:30 p.m. Am I right, Ankit?
Yes. So let's say, so this is an interesting case which happens a lot of time. Let's say if you take position of cross currency. So if you are taking position of cross currency, that same day's reference rate USD INR will be calculated. If you take carry that position in the next day, then your automatically the position is carried forward in the next day using the relevant RBI reference rate of that day, not of previous day. Why? Because the settlement happens after the market closure. So please keep in mind, whatever, if you are carry forwarding the position to next day, that day's reference rate will be used to calculate the M2. Okay, so daily
Yes,
settlement
Ankit.
price
Yes.
multiplied by that day's RBI reference rate, and because the settlement is happening at the closure of the market, only that day's RBI reference rate on the date of the trade of which you are taking the position, keeping the position, multiplied by that day's RBI reference rate will give you your profit and loss or your M2. So here, please keep in mind the FPL reference rate is extremely important. It is a key factor which takes place in the market. So moving forward, margins are extremely important. So if you see in the margin front, there are two kinds of margins available. 1.5 is for USD INR, and for other it is 2.5 to 2.65. So this is initial margin, plus extreme loss margins will also be applicable. So these two margin combined, you will see that all the pairs, the margins are around 2 to 2.5% of the lot size value. So value, though these two margins combined for USD INR or INR based pairs, it is roughly around 2%, and for other it is 2.5 to 3% is the combined margin for futures. So as I was telling you, comparatively lower margin compared to any other asset class, may it be commodity, may it be equity, any class you can compare, the margins will be less. There are also spread contracts available. So spread contracts, the margins are even lesser. So for 1 month contract, the spread is 500 rupees. For 2 month contract, the spread margins are 600. So this is spread contract is used when you are trading in between the gaps of 2 months, or when you are trading for the premium difference of 2 months. So spread contracts, because the value of spread is comparatively low, the spread contracts margins are also comparatively low. So all these pairs are available also in spread contracts, so you can even trade the spread as well. These are the kinds of collaterals that are available in the market. So fixed deposit, bank guarantee, mutual funds, Government of India securities, equity shares, other mutual funds. So these are some of the margins that are available for you to keep, which the exchange approves. Even retail as well as corporates, a lot of corporates are hedging on the exchange platform. So they can also opt for these margins and reduce the cost of your trading using whichever margin type is most acceptable, most available to you, and which has the lowest cost for you. You can keep that. So what are the participants allowed? We have hedgers, we have traders, we have arbitragers, NRIs are also allowed, banks are allowed, trading members, corporates, FPIs, and individuals. So different kind of asset class altogether is there. There are hedgers. So on NSE, a huge number of volume is happening because of corporates who are hedging their exposure on the exchange. There are traders, individual traders, prop traders, and there are arbitragers who are taking part in the difference of bank and NSE or international markets or NSE. So all kinds of activities are happening. Because of that, the market is much more vibrant and the liquidity is extremely good. Banks are also allowed in the market. Corporates are also allowed for hedging, and FPIs and NRIs are also.
Hello.
FPIs and NRIs are also allowed.
Ankit, could you please mute? Somebody has.
Yeah, I have done that.
Yes, Ankit.
So what are the benefits? Transparency, obviously, extremely high because of stock exchange. Low cost of impact. As I told you, the margins are low. The trading cost is low. The transaction cost on the exchange is also low. Credit agnostic. That means anyone who has a margin to keep, they can go and trade on the exchange platform. Unlike bank, where you have to have, collaterals, or you have to have limits. Extremely flexible. You can trade from anywhere. You just need an app. Timings are also extended. So may it be corporates who want to hedge. Now the OTC timing is from 10 to 2, or individual traders who want to trade. If they compare it to equity market, the timings are extended. So this is how the screen looks like.
Hello. Ankit is not. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Ankit. I think your voice is okay now. Yes, Ankit.
Okay. So this is how the screen looks like. And this is the, this is the position or the position limits that you can take individually. So 10 million in USD INR, 5 million in GBP INR, 200 million in JPY INR, Euro USD 10 million each. So as an individual, as a corporate, as a trader, this is good amount of position that you can take. And exporters or importers who actually have an underlying exposure can take up to 100 million on the exchange platform also. So this is a huge amount of limit for exporters and importers. And if you are a retail customer, you can take up to $10 million, which is a huge limit in itself. So this is the futures and spot correlation. You can see that the correlation is extremely strong. And as the market expiry comes along, the correlation decreases because of the decrease in premium value also. So this is the trading volume in April 2021. We did an average daily volume of around 35,000 crores per day, which is roughly around $5 billion worth of trading happening on the exchange platform. The open interest was also 60 lakh contracts. So the amount of contracts which are open, which are liquid, are also quite high.
Ankit.
Yes.
Okay, so I think now there are a few queries that I think we need to address. So Ankit, can you just show us the live window from where we can see the live rates of USD INR or cross currencies and the option chain?
Sure. So I'll tell you on the exchange platform. So
can you show Ankit, आपके वहाँ से अभी आप click कर सकते हैं NSE की site?
Sure. So if you see, this is dollar index. I wanted to discuss this, but somehow I left behind. So dollar index is extremely important if you are trading in cross currency, because most of the in the cross currency, most of the pairs have denomination in dollars, and dollar index is basically the index of dollar performance against 6 major
You are
currencies.
not sharing the screen.
Ankit, your screen is not visible.
Okay.
The dollar index.
Just a second. it showing now?
No, Ankit. Yes, Ankit. No, it's fine.
Okay. So this is an important indicator when it comes to trading cross currency. Dollar index. Dollar index is the cumulative, strength of dollar against 6 major currencies, which include Euro, USD, GBP, JPY, CHY, and one more Swiss franc and one more currency. So 6 of these currency combined. Against that, how well the dollar has performed. So right now, this is comparatively lower. We have seen this in recent, part. This was almost 100. So actually, if you see, the dollar has, weakened against major currencies. So dollar index can actually provide you a great information about how major currencies are going to behave against dollar. What is the relative strength of dollar against major currencies? Even if you are trading in USD INR, the dollar index will be able to help you a lot in deciphering the trend of dollar movement. Now, how the market looks like on the exchange platform. So this is how the screen on the exchange looks like. You need to go to market. You need to go to derivatives market on the NSE home screen. Then currency derivatives. So if you go in the currency derivatives market, all the contracts will be available to you. So these will include all the contracts that are traded. So USD INR, GBP INR, JPY INR, all these contracts are available here. Now you can select cross currencies contract, and here you will see the cross currency product. So this is JPY, GBP, USD contract, which is available. Last traded price is 1.4208. So if you see, the GBP is actually volatility is extremely high in GBP right now because of various events in the GBP market, and because of the dollar weakness, the GBP has increased tremendously in the past few weeks. Even the euro has also, been bullish from last few weeks. So you can see trading happening here. What is the percentage change in the market? What is the volume? Open interest and number of trades happening. So because today is the Sunday, so markets are not live, but this is how the market or the screen on the exchange website looks like. You can easily go. This is available to everyone. You can go. You can see the rate. These are refreshed every 5 seconds. So you will see almost the live rates, and you can, follow cross currencies and trade in the cross currency using the platform of NSE. So here you can see all the contracts that are available. If you go on your trading platform also, like Odin and Neat, there also you can see the platform. There you will be able to see all the contracts that are available also. So Euro USD, this is the spot rate. So this is the spot rate at which it is trading on the spot market, on the OTC market. On the exchange market, the rate is slightly higher, 1.22, because this includes the premium value as well. So premium include करके यहाँ पे price होता है, because this is the price of the future market, and here this is the spot market price. So this is spot, this is futures.
Hello. Yes, Ankit.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think my presentation side I am done.
So we do have questions, Ankit. Just 1 second. So
Okay.
the people are asking that. Okay, so there is a question that we know that the market is running till 7:30 p.m. So is there any chances that Indian market will also have to match the globally, so we can increase chances of increase the timing?
So sir, right now the market is relatively new, but there are chances that market may be extended, especially in case of cross currency. So NSE has already started Gift City. In Gift City, you can trade all these currencies 24 hours. I think there are almost 22 hours trading cycle on the GIFT City platform. But in the domestic market right now, it is only till 7:30. But if the volume increases, there might be a chance that only cross currencies may be given a time extension. The foreign currency Indian pairs may not be given extension because they have to match the OTC platform, because banks and exchanges both have to work on the similar lines. So FCY INR pairs may not get a time extension, but cross currency pairs, because it is not regulated by RBI, it is much easy to because these are fully convertible currency pairs. So I think there may be time extension in the cross currency volume increase. We can see there might be some extension of time, but not right now, maybe in after 2-3 years.
Okay, Ankit. So Ankit, already आपने option chain बता दिया. फिर you had discussed about DXY. Okay, fine. Okay, guys. So do we have any other question? How do we check open interest in USD INR option? So Ankit, I think you had shown the option chain, right?
Yes, option chain में जाके आप check कर सकते हो. It is available in the exchange website only.
Okay, so वो कहाँ पे आता है, एक बार आप बता सकते हैं वापस अंकित, एक बार 2 मिनट के लिए? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Ankit.
हाँ.
So यहाँ से आप देख सकते हैं USD INR और इन सब की ऑप्शन चेन का, राइट? ओपन इंटरेस्ट
नहीं सर, ये तो अभी फ्यूचर्स ही बता रहा है. ओपन इंटरेस्ट जस्ट सेकंड ऑन करेंसी ऑप्शंस. I think right now, because the market is not open, there is not a link, but there is a link available here only which opens the currency option chain also.
Okay, Ankit, आप मुझे एक बार स्क्रीन को राइट्स दीजिए तो I can just conclude.
I had a question. I've typed in the question.
What is the question, sir?
So when an option expires, on expiry, is it the spot rate that is considered for settlement or the futures rate?
Sir, if the rate is, if the option is expiring, then FBIL rate is considered.
FBIL.
That means
reference rate. Reference rate, which is the spot, which is very near to spot rate, because the reference rate are basically a pool rate, which is the average rate of half an hour of pool rate that is available on the FBIL website. So it all mimics the spot rate only. So if the contract is going for expiry, then it is settled using the FBIL reference rate only,
which is equal to the spot rate.
Which is not equal to the spot rate, but it is very near to the spot rate, because the spot rate is of the current rate. The FBIL rate is a pool rate, which is a weighted average price of the rates done in half an hour, that is between 12 to 12:30.
Okay, thank you.
So it will be very near to the spot rate only.
Ankit ji,
Yes.
अच्छा, इसमें ऑप्शन में अपन स्ट्रेटेजी बिठा सकते हैं, जैसे स्टेगल है, स्टैंडल है, आयन कॉन्डर है, इज ए प्रॉफिटेबल? कैन यू, मतलब आपको आइडिया है?
सर
क्योंकि इसमें
स्ट्रैटेजी बिठा सकते हैं आप बिल्कुल। ऑप्शंस में आप लोग अच्छी खासी स्ट्रैटेजी बैठती है ऑलरेडी। बट मैं ये बोलूंगा क्रॉस करेंसी में अभी ऑप्शंस में लिक्विडिटी नहीं है। आपको अगर ऑप्शंस की स्ट्रैटेजी बैठाना है तो इट इज मोस्ट एडवाइजेबल टू गो विथ यूएसडी आईएनआर, बिकॉज वहां पे आपको लिक्विडिटी मिल जाएगी।
और
सर
एक मिनट, ये क्रॉस करेंसी रेट में मेरा जो प्रॉफिट है वो मुझे दूसरे दिन 12.5 का रेट पे मिलेगा ना?
सर जो भी आपका प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस है वो आपको जिस दिन आप ट्रेड क्लोज कर रहे हो उस दिन के रेट से, जो एफबीआई का रेफरेंस रेट है यूएसडी आईएनआर का, उससे मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे आपका प्रॉफिट विच यू विल गेट इन यूएसडी। तो यूएसडी में आपका नॉशनल प्रॉफिट आएगा, वो प्रॉफिट और लॉस जो भी होगा उसको उस दिन के एफबीआई रेट से जो 12:30 बजे पब्लिश होता है उससे मल्टीप्लाई करके आपका सेटलमेंट डे एंड पे होगा।
अच्छा, मतलब सेकंड डे ना, सपोज मैंने 5 बजे सौदा स्क्वायर अप किया तो दूसरे दिन का 12:30 बजे मुझे मिलेगा ना?
नहीं, आपने जिस दिन सौदा स्क्वायर ऑफ करा उसी दिन के रेट के उस दिन के यूएसडी आईएनआर रेट के हिसाब से आपका फाइनल सेटलमेंट होगा।
ओके ओके।
यस
सर, ये जो गिफ्ट सिटी वाला है इसमें कौन एंटाइटल्ड है 24 आवर्स काम करने को? कोई लिमिट है या रिटेलर भी कर सकता है? और ये कहाँ पे अकाउंट खुलता है?
गिफ्ट सिटी में जो भी मेंबर्स गिफ्ट सिटी में जिनका ऑफिसेज हैं विच आर रजिस्टर्ड विद गिफ्ट सिटी, which have a presence in gift city, they are entitled. Their retail investors are still not entitled. Retail investors can only go there for LRO scheme, which is for equity shares only. अभी derivatives में retail investors allowed नहीं है gift city में। और members जो gift city में जिनका office registered है, they are only applicable to trade in the gift city platform.
नहीं तो ये कहाँ से पता चलेगा गिफ्ट सिटी कहाँ पे है? कैसे मेंबर्स कहाँ से पता चलेगा?
सर इसमें कैसा रहता है मैं आपको बताता हूँ। गिफ्ट सिटी के अंदर जितने भी ब्रोकर्स हैं दे कैन बी अ मेंबर ऑफ गिफ्ट सिटी। जैसे अगर आप मोतीलाल ओसवाल हो या फिर आप कोटक हो, आपका खुद का मेंबरशिप है एनएससी का या बीएससी का, तो आप वहाँ पे अपना एक ऑफिस कर सकते हैं। फाइन, तो आप उसके अंदर प्रॉप ट्रेडिंग कर सकते हैं। तो यू आर एलिजिबल टू ट्रेड प्रॉप ट्रेडिंग, और वो भी मार्केट का टाइमिंग रात को 11:30 तक होता है वहाँ पे। सो स्टार्ट्स मॉर्निंग एंड रात को 11:30 तक होता है, वो 24 आवर्स नहीं चलता। सेकेंड, रिटेल ट्रेडर, अगर आप एक रिटेल क्लाइंट है तो वहां पे आप ट्रेड नहीं कर सकते अभी, बिकॉज ऑफ सेबी का वहां पे अभी उन्होंने बंद किया हुआ है कि यू कैन नॉट पार्टिसिपेट द रिटेल क्लाइंट्स। और सेकंड आपका क्वेश्चन है गिफ्ट सिटी, तो गिफ्ट सिटी सर अहमदाबाद में जो गांधीनगर करके एरिया है वहां पे पूरा गिफ्ट सिटी इंटरनेशनल जोन बना हुआ है, जहाँ पे पूरा का पूरा डॉलर डिनोमिनेशंस जो ट्रेड होते हैं वो डॉलर्स के अंदर सेटलमेंट होता है, रुपीज में नहीं होता।
Ankit, one more question.
Yes.
I have heard that for options, there is not much volume in currency pairs with rupee except in USD INR. So it is a little risky to trade in options in other currency. Is that correct?
So we have, a good amount of volume in USD INR, and in Euro and GBP, we are seeing that the volumes are getting better. Especially GBP, you can see the volumes are quite, okay right now. So these currency pairs, especially in GBP or Euro, you can go for 1 month contracts. You will see that the liquidity is quite okay there. And USD INR, you will see that the liquidity is quite good for almost 3 months contract. You will get good liquidity. But even if you want to go for a high, longer term position, there is always an option for rolling over the position. That also can be done.
And you have weekly options also, right? In all the
yes, all these contracts, the FCY INR contracts, we have weekly options as well, and weekly futures contract is available in USD INR also.
And is the volume good in GBP, Euro, and JPY INR?
Yeah, I mean you can get okayish volumes in these also.
Okay, thank you.
If we open an account with, say, international brokers like Investing or Pepperstone, are we permitted to trade as Indians full 24 hours on their website or not?
No, sir, you cannot do that, because if you open an account, so that means a very simple, you are giving a money to that broker. So there will be no local intermediary can help you in that. Okay. So अगर आपने पैसा सपोज मुझे दिया हुआ है, अगर आपको पे आउट लेना है कभी, so आपको बीच में कोई सेटलमेंट के अंदर हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगा. अगर वो आपका पैसा लेके चला जाएगा तो इट्स गॉन. ओके.
नहीं, उसके बारे में तो हमें संतुष्टि है इन्वेस्टिंग या पेपरस्टोन पे, बट इज इट लीगल? दैट इज व्हाट आई एम
No, sir, it's not legal.
It is not legal. It is not regulated by RBI in any way. You can say it is in a regulatory gray area right now. It is not regulated. If you have any redressal, then you cannot go to SEBI or RBI and say that I have a problem.
नहीं, वो ठीक है, झगड़े में ये इंडिया हेल्प नहीं करेगी, लेकिन अगर हमें संतुष्टि है वो लीगल है कि नहीं, मुझे जेल तो नहीं हो जाएगी, ये मैं पूछ रहा हूँ.
सर लीगल भी नहीं है वो. It is not legal.
It is not legal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can only trade with brokers who are SEBI registered, and that on NSE and BSE and other exchanges. So cross currency, if you want to go for legal, it is only available with the recognized stock exchanges, NSE, BSE.
So I think Ankit, we have one more.
Hello.
Yes, I think we guys, sir, we can take question after 2 minutes. So Ankit, we do have. I think we have taken. Okay, so we have taken.
Please
I
go.
think yes, Ankit. So we have taken majority of the queries, and we do have Akshay from Philip. Akshay, are you there? Akshay, you
Yes, sir,
just
yes,
have
sir,
to.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yes. So Akshay, please go ahead, and can you just help the participants in the cross currencies portion or the currencies portion?
If you hello sir, can you give me hosting right? Like I wanted to.
Yeah, Ankit. Ankit, you can just give hosting right to me for 1 minute. Hello.
Ankit ji, have we contact you?
Yeah,
Sir.
just
Ankit, आपका number, I'll just write his number on my chat box. So just give me 2 minutes. Okay. I'll just write his number, direct number.
so
Ankit,
I have
आप
stopped the sharing, Nishan bhai. You can if you want to host now, you can do that. I think.
Ankit, you have to give me the rights.
I mean, where is the option to do that?
So on my name, you have to just on my name, Nishan, or you can see CFI, Connecting Financial Institute. There is a right downside arrow, more, make a host.
So I have given the right to Akshay.
Okay, fine. Then it's fine. Akshay ji, you can go ahead.
Yeah. I guess I'm there. Yes. So hello everybody. Just a second. Thank you very much, Ankit sir, for the great session, and I also want to thank Nishan sir and Connecting Financial Institution for giving us the opportunity to connect. Hello everybody. I hope everybody is doing good. I'm Akshay from Philip Capital India, and as today's topic is like cross currency, the next frontier, I want to convey that Philip Capital India is having a global presence in 15 countries. Okay, so we get the insight from all over the world, whether it is about any of the financial product, right, from say currency to commodity to equity. So we got insights from all over the world, and we do believe that we can provide all the in-depth research for if you wanted to do the do trade in currency market or commodity or equity market. And I also want to convey for the CAs that we also are having forex advisory services for those who wanted to who deals in import and export, for providing all the currency hedging services and all. And speaking about the Philip Capital India, we are a Singapore-based MNC and here in India since more than 20 years. So we are a financial institution and a broking house, and we are having 70% of our business coming from institutional clients only. And we are connected with NSE and BSE since long time. So we are the ones who deals with FIIs and DIIs of India. And I also want to convey that we are having the NBFC's facility as well. So if you guys are having good portfolio and if you want the funding for you, then we are there for you. And in addition to that, I also want to convey this for the CAs and HNIs that guys, we are having very lucrative opportunities for you if you wanted to deal in any of the financial product, right from bonds, commercial papers to then again commodity market, then again currency market, any of the product you're thinking of. We are having in-depth knowledge for you, and we are there to serve you for the whole time. Yeah, this much from my side. Nishan sir. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. And yes, Tushar, they offer trading platform too. So thank you so much. I think Ankit. Hello. Yes, Ankit, you there? Hello.
I'm there, Nishan bhai.
Okay. So Ankit, thank you so much for your timing on this Sunday, and you took out your timing from your busy schedule. So I really appreciate, and you enlightened the group about the currencies and cross currencies. Second important thing, thank you so much, Philip Capital, for being the partner and giving the right knowledge and the right platform to the society. Another important announcement, guys, I would like to make. So there are so many questions I thought that need to be addressed. So next weekend we're gonna take another session on currencies, but that will be on strategy portion, how you can take the trades with the help of USD, with the help of Euro USD, with the help of DXY, how you can take the trades with the help of global events, and how you can take the hedging portion, and how you can take the trading with the help of lower margin. So I think all the practical things now will come in the next webinar, because we thought to take all the participants on the same stage, because a basic knowledge is always needed. So now the basics are there. So now we are ready to come on the strategy portions. Fine. So Ankit and me will host the next webinar again on the same thing. That will be on currencies now. The currencies includes the cross and the normal currencies. And we're going to discuss again the full strategies now. So the next seminar will be on strategy portion, guys. So I request everybody to please again register, and please I look forward all the participants. Thank you so much, participants. Stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you so much, NSC and Ankit, and thank you so much, Philip Capitals. Thank you so much, sir.